This is Lesson 3, Video 3 in Coordination Chemistry for Chemistry 3. In the last video, we looked at examples 1, 2, and 3 for how to name complex compounds. So number 4 actually has two complex ions, a cation and an anion. So this is quite possible. So the hardest thing about these, if you have complexes, is figuring out what charge each complex has. So we have to use clues within each complex. So if we look at the metal ions, we can look in the periodic table and we'll see that silver always is +1. Gold can be +1 or +3. So we kind of have to figure this out. So silver we know is +1. This ligand ammonia is 0. So this whole complex has to be +1. The the anion has to be -1 total. But if we look at Cn is -1, and there's two of them. So gold has to be +1 to give us an overall -1 charge. So this is +1, silver is +1, and we have our ligands. So the same rules apply. We're going to name the cation first. It is a complex ion, so we start with the ligand, and there's two of them. So we have diamine. Then we name the full name of the metal, silver, and put its charge in parentheses, 1. Now we leave a space and we write down the anion's name. So we have just one ligand here, Cn. We have two of them present. So it's dicyano. And gold is in the anion, so we can't say gold 1. We have to use its name from our chart, which is R8. And we put a 1 after that. So diamine silver 1, dicyano R8 1 is its name. For number 5, go ahead and pause the video and try to do this one. So please pause now, and when you're done, go ahead and check your answer. Welcome back. If we look at this one, we have sodium as the cation. So we can just go ahead and write that down, sodium. NiCl4 is our complex ion that comes after it. So it has to be a -2 charge because sodium is +1 and there's two of them. So this whole ion together has to be -2. Cl we know is -1 and there's 4 of them. So to give us an overall charge of -2, nickel has to be +2 because +2 plus 4 times -1 is equal to our overall charge, which is -2. So we have 4 chloros. So on this one, we would have to use the prefix tetra. So tetra, chloro. And then Ni is an anion, so we have to use its 8 form, so nickel 8. And the charge we said was 2, so we put a Roman numeral 2 after it. So sodium, tetrachloro, nickel 8, 2. And finally, our last one. I have to apologize if you do not have this on your ligand chart. C2O4 oxalato or oxalate should have a -2 charge. I think I forgot to put that on there, so I went ahead and wrote it in. So make sure that you make that addition onto your ligand chart. So here again, we can separate it into cation and anion. This one is a polyatomic. So we have ammonium. And ammonium, if we look on our polyatomic list, is +1, and there's two of them. So this is +2, which means this whole big complex here has to be -2 total. Well, C2O4 is -2, and there's two of them, so that's -4. Water is neutral. So in order to give this whole thing a -2 charge, iron has to be +2. So now we can go ahead and name this. If you want to try before I go over it, you can hit pause now. So we have ammonium. That's all we have to write for the cation. Leave a space. And then we have to write out our complex anion's name. So with this one, we have aqua and we have oxalato. So with this one, aqua will come first. We have two of them. So diaqua, dioxalato for the oxalate. And then we use iron's eighth name, which is ferrate. And we put a 2 as a Roman numeral afterwards. So ammonium diaqua dioxalato ferrate 2 is its name. The next video, or you can go ahead and work on the worksheet. So you should have a worksheet that looks like this. There is a link in Schoology if you do not have this, but I gave this out in class. So you should have this, and you can go ahead and try this. I will put a due date up soon for this. There's also another worksheet where we go in the reverse, where I give you a name and you have to write the formula. In the next video, I will go over a couple examples from that worksheet. So make sure that you have that worksheet, a copy of it, because I will go through 1 or 2 or 3 examples, and then you can finish the worksheet. Thank you.